Here's the truth. It is possible to have a practically pain-free labor and delivery. Most women don't know that there are proven ways to naturally reduce pain while giving birth so much that you can feel practically no pain at all. What's getting in your way of having an amazing birth experience? Maybe you're afraid to give birth naturally, or you always hear about other women's negative birth experiences. Perhaps everyone around you tells you it's not possible, or you don't have the knowledge and strategies you need. Maybe you already had a bad experience giving birth and you don't believe it could be done a different way.
But that's not the end of the problem. It actually gets worse. Going into labor unprepared will increase your fear of giving birth, and your fear of giving birth will almost guarantee a painful labor and delivery if you don't learn what we have to teach you. And worst of all, your chances of unwanted interventions skyrocket. But luckily for you, there's now a solution. Introducing Practically Pain-Free Birth from the Mighty Mama movement. With this course, you will learn the secrets to give birth with practically no pain, gain confidence in your ability to have a positive birth experience, obtain the knowledge and strategies you need to have a practically pain-free labor and delivery without an epidural, and make it in your power to do so, avoiding fear and other common mindsets that set you up for a painful birth experience. And get prepared to handle the unexpected should it happen.
You will also prepare yourself for a faster, easier labor, even if you're planning on getting an epidural. You'll escape the damaging message that society tells you that you can't have a positive birth experience. Discover the power you already have within you to create the birth experience of your dreams. And stop worrying about whether or not you'll be able to handle the pain of an unmedicated birth. You can do all of this from the comfort of your own home. Hi, my name is Rachel.
And my name is Heather.
By now, you're probably asking, who are we and how can we make these claims?
Here's why we can make these promises to you.
I have given birth naturally 8 times, and I know from personal experience that it can be done and how to do it.
And I am a licensed midwife, a registered nurse, and a doula, and a mother of 4 children, and have given birth with and without an epidural.
I have had typical in-hospital births with an OB and out-of-hospital births with a midwife. As a matter of fact, Heather is my midwife. I have had unpleasant, painful birth experiences and positive, amazing birth experiences. I have researched, experimented, and finally figured out what to do to have a practically pain-free labor and delivery.
I have helped hundreds of women overcome their fears and have amazing positive birth experiences. I have also been educating and empowering women to have the birth experience they deserve for over 2 decades, and I am excited to share my knowledge and expertise with you.
Your body was made to give birth. Giving birth isn't a medical condition that requires medical attention like an illness or injury. Barring high-risk pregnancies or uncommon circumstances, you can give birth successfully without medical interventions. You can have a natural labor and delivery if you prepare and do what it takes. You can do this. And if you're sure you want to have an epidural, you can still do plenty of things to speed up your labor and have a smoother, more successful delivery.
Some of you may have had an unpleasant birth experience in the past. We both know what that's like because each of us have had negative experiences with our first couple of pregnancies. Maybe a class you took or your healthcare provider failed to prepare you adequately for labor. Maybe you were prepared and things just got too intense or you experienced a complication. Whatever it was, we can help you have a completely different and amazing birth experience this time around.
Is it fair to say that you have some fear about your upcoming labor and delivery? If so, then you're perfectly normal. Fortunately, knowledge can empower you to conquer your fears and have an amazing birth experience. We're not here to tell you to stop being afraid. Instead, we're here to tell you that once you learn how to prepare for labor and what to do during labor to minimize pain, your fears will be replaced with confidence and even excitement as you go into labor.
Before we go on, there are a few things you need to know. The truth is that natural birth costs hospitals more money. If they have 2 women in labor naturally, then they need a nurse for each woman because she requires more support and attention. On the other hand, if they have 2 women in labor with an epidural, they can have 1 nurse for both women, in part because those women can't so much as request a drink of water.
Also, hospitals get paid a global fee, which means that no matter how long you're in labor, they can only charge a fixed fee. So fast labors hurried along with Pitocin saved them money, which is more important to the hospital than supporting a mother in her desire to have a natural birth. Their main concern is delivering a baby that is healthy, but they don't really care what the mother's experience is like.
Another thing you probably didn't know is that hospitals need a certain number of women to get an epidural each month because they have to pay a salary to the anesthesiologist, whether or not that anesthesiologist is being used. In the US, the average salary for an anesthesiologist is well over $350,000. It takes a lot of epidurals to cover that salary.
As you can see, it is in the hospital's interest for women to get an epidural. The reason they are so encouraging of epidurals may not necessarily be because they think an epidural is in your best interest, especially not if your desire is to have an unmedicated natural birth. The hospital doesn't want you to believe you can give birth with practically no pain without an epidural. Another reason many women believe they can't have a practically pain-free birth is that they are bombarded with other women's negative birth stories. It's almost a competition to see who suffered more. And with the widely accepted lie that the only way to handle pain during labor is to have an epidural. Society in general believes that giving birth naturally has to be painful. I know that that is not true, and you would be surprised at how many other women out there also know that it's not true. Why? Because we ourselves have given birth with practically no pain.
We want to make one thing very clear. Giving birth is hard work. It's not easy, it's not comfortable, and it's almost never 100% pain-free. In order to achieve a practically pain-free delivery, you'll have to put forth some effort prior to going into labor to prepare your mind and body. While you are in labor, you'll have to focus and work through the whole process in order to let your body do what it was meant to do and what it can do. We are not telling you that this is going to be easy, and we are not telling you that giving birth with absolutely no pain will happen. What we are telling you is that with the proper preparation and techniques, you can have an incredible birth experience with practically no pain. And guess what? You are strong, and you can handle a little pain if that's what it takes to give your beautiful baby life. You were made to do this.
That's right. And we're here to teach you how. Here's exactly what you get with our practically pain-free birth course. 8 comprehensive course modules that teach you everything you need to know to have an amazing birth experience. We go over everything to prepare you for birth, from nutrition to how to get baby in the ideal position for birth to what dad needs to know. We even cover C-sections in case you end up needing one. We're also including practical, real strategies to reduce pain during labor and delivery that are so effective you can have a practically pain-free birth. We also go over the single most important technique you need to know to have practically no pain during labor and delivery. Tips and techniques that can help all women have a better birth experience, whether you're going all natural or you plan to have an epidural. This course is for everyone. And we also give you access to our exclusive Mighty Mama group, where you can read and share positive birth experiences and ask all of your questions to experienced mamas.
And if you sign up for the course today, we'll include 3 incredibly valuable bonus classes. Bonus class number 1, preparing for and adjusting to the transition of parenthood. Bonus class number 2, helping big brother or sister adjust to new baby. And bonus class number 3, getting ready for daycare and legitimate work from home opportunities. Start preparing yourself for birth now. Everything is available as soon as you purchase the course, and you can go through it as quickly or as slowly as you'd like.
Join the Mighty Mama movement if you want to have an amazing birth experience, have a practically pain-free labor and delivery, learn how to increase your chances of avoiding unwanted interventions and how to take them in stride if they become necessary, and let your body do what it's meant to do without fear getting in the way. Our practically pain-free birth course will get you ready to have the birth experience you never thought was possible.